from New York, alive with the translucent glow of Power Gone Mad. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, actor Kevin Kline, Tina Turner, and viewer mail. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the world's most dangerous band. And now, the man who won the coin toss, David Letterman.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you. How you doing? Sounds like a kennel, doesn't it? You know, if you've ever seen this program before, you know I'm not the kind of guy to burden you with my own personal strife of daily existence. So, but just indulge me here on this one. You tell me now, I'll describe the situation. You tell me whether I should be upset by this. Pardon me. It's getting to be Mother's Day. And about this time of year, every year, I phone my mom back there in Indiana, and I see if we can't do something on Mother's Day. So I did that last night. I called her up and I said, well, what about it, Mom? Turns out she already has plans to have brunch with a guy named Conan or something. I don't even... Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember a few years ago the big Exxon Valdez thing? It was, I think at the time, the greatest disaster, ecologically speaking, in the history of the planet. 400 billion gallons of crude oil or something were dumped along the Alaska coastline. So now, listen to this. You'd expect this. Exxon says that it's all cleaned up. The federal government says, no, it's not exactly all cleaned up, you know. It makes you wonder if Exxon is using the same high standards they use when they're cleaning up their restrooms. Could be the... You just never know. Ladies and gentlemen, Jane Meadows. Jane, stand up. There she is. It's Jane Meadows. Nice to see you. Good to have you here. Nice to see you. God bless you, and you might... Oh, come on. Are you all right? Hey. Oh. A couple of months ago, the big fire out there at Windsor Castle. And so now, because the British royalty is under such fire because of all of the money and the vast wealth that they have accumulated generation after generation, Queen Elizabeth has said now to raise money to afford the repairs there at Windsor Castle, they're opening Buckingham Palace. It'll be like 20 or 30 rooms never before seen by the public. So if you go to England, to London on a tour, you'll get to see for like $12 a whole new section of Buckingham Palace. Now listen to this. This is the good part of the deal. For $15, the Queen will come down and do her Pat character for you. That's a pretty good deal. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dorothy Lamour. Dorothy, nice to have you here. Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, man. How long has this thing been going on? Donald Trump was married to the lovely Ivana Trump, And then they separated, and I thought they had been divorced already.
Aren't they?
Well, it turns out now they are officially, the divorce is official like today or yesterday. But didn't it seem like it dragged on for years and years and years? Yeah. Now, the good thing, though, because the divorce is official, that means that Donald Trump is now free to marry Marla Maples. Although I'm not sure free is the exact word here. In this case. I could be. I'm not. Man, I'm telling you, we got a great program, ladies and gentlemen. How do we do it night after night? Let me explain something to you. This is not cable. You understand the deal with... Hello? You understand the deal with cable. Generally speaking, you're going to get better television on cable because you're paying a lot more for it. And then a guy comes out, and this has been proven, FBI records support this. When you sign up for cable, a guy will come out and hook you up to the cable. Not only now are they monitoring your every move via that cable, that you think you're watching the television or I call it the boob tube. You think you're watching, the set is actually watching you now. That's a known fact once you're hooked up for the cable. But more importantly, these guys that come out there are convicts. They've done time. They've done hard time. So while they're hooking it up, you know, they're looking around. They see where you keep, you know, the jewels and the pets and the valuables. And then later when you're out, because they know now that you're out because they're watching you right there on the TV, these same thugs that hooked you up will come back and steal you blind. That's a known fact. So my point is, oh Lord, I don't know what it is. But now the point is, for free television, this show here tonight is pretty damn good. Let me tell you who's here. Oh, man, this is a great show. Kevin Kline, a fabulous actor. You betcha. Last night we had Rod Stewart and Ron Wood on the program. They were great. Tonight on the show, Tina Turner is here. Tina Turner. And sitting in with the band, our old friend David Sanborn. Now, here's her friend Paul Schaefer. Say hello to Paul. Hey, boys. Hey, what it is?
Good evening.
How you doing,
Good evening, David.
Nice to see you.
You too.
We got a great program tonight.
Boy, do we ever.
And if there's time left for the kids, I'll do 20 minutes on the heavy bag.
All right.
Before we begin, let me take a second issue here. An old friend of ours dropped by. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. She's up there in the audience. Give her a nice hand. Make her feel at home. Please say hello to Dolly Parton. Dolly, where are you? Turn the cameras around. There she is, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton.
Where is she sitting?
Dolly Parton.
I can't see it. Where is she sitting?
Just relax. She's up there. Relax. She's up there. Up there. Just up there. Members of the audience actually hurting themselves now doing this. Well, I don't. We're going to answer our viewer mail tonight, ladies and gentlemen. These are actual letters from actual viewers. Here we go. Dear Dave, as I was walking through the park the other day, I ran across a strange man talking to himself. I was just wondering if you knew him, just wondering. Jake Rifkin, Elgin, Illinois. Let's see, Elgin, Illinois, it probably was Kenny Nicholson. If it was Elgin, Illinois, it's probably Kenny Nicholson.
You're serious?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You know who he's referring to?
Oh, yeah, sure.
How would you know?
Well, because I happen to be a member of the National Muttering Loners Club.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here, I have my membership card right there. Look at that. There's my National Muttering Loners Club.
There it is.
Too much Vivarin.
Something. What is that club?
That's my membership club, and I know where every peculiar guy in the country is.
That's crazy. All right.
Letter number 2. Dear Dave, I really love your show, but I feel that one important thing is missing. In fact, you should consider getting yourself a mascot for your program. A caring viewer, Daniel Foy, Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. You know, from time to time, people write in with this idea. They say, get a mascot. Get some kind of little, like the Philadelphia Fanatic, or like the San Diego Chicken, or the Montreal Muskrat, or whatever they have.
A mascot.
I think that's not a bad idea, but instead of a mascot, what we need is a really funny, kind of wisecracking kid. You know, every great comedy show has the little kid who just comes up with the one-liners left and right, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what we have decided to do. We finally have added somebody to our crew here. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to my nephew, Joey. Now listen to this. See how much fun this will be. Hi, Joey. Joey, did you see Jane Meadows is in the audience tonight?
Yeah.
Go ahead and say that little funny line we, you know, the little one I'm talking about, the little funny line?
Get my face.
No, it's get out of my face. Try it again. Try it again.
Face.
Get out of my face.
Get my face.
Okay, one more time. He's very close. This is going to be great. Get out of my face.
Get my face.
Okay, here we go. Uncle Dave, get out of my face.
Get my face.
Oh, see, you know, he's tired. That's all.
Yeah.
Because he's like 6 years old. We've rehearsed him silly all day. I tell you what, stay right there. Biff, bring in the other kid, the other Joey. Now, this would be great. Now, listen to how... This is my nephew, Joey. Okay, and so say that little line, that funny line that we've been working on. Okay.
Get my face.
No, get out of my face.
Get my face.
Okay, one more time.
Get my
Uncle Dave, get out of my face.
Get my face.
Okay. All right, they're going to be great. Ladies and gentlemen, my nephew, Joey. Boy, thanks, kids. Thank you. It's going to be terrific. They'll come in at all the wrong moments and have something funny to say, and then
It'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe we should add a third. Make sure we have 3 of them. Dear Dave, the other night you were remarking about how intelligent you are. That sounds like me, doesn't it? I was sitting here talking about how smart I am. How come a genius like you has never been on Jeopardy? I demand answers. Mike Lynch, Lowell, Massachusetts. Excellent question, Mike. You know, I don't know why I've never been on Jeopardy, but I can tell you I was on another game show. Do you remember that?
Were you?
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
I don't remember
it
that.
was great. Hal, roll the videotape of my appearance on that game show. Watch this. I think you're going to enjoy it as much as I did. Here we go. Me on the game show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to...
Okay, contestants, you know the rules, so without further ado, ready, set, and Congratulations, Dave!
What? I won! I fouled on! No! I won!
Let me just interrupt the mail here for a second. If you folks don't mind, do me a favor. Say hello to a good friend of ours, Michael J. Fox. Where is he? Michael, stand up. There he is, right there. Michael J. Fox. Good to see him. Michael J. Fox. You know, it looked like from that shot that Dolly sneaked out. I didn't... Letter number 4. Dear Dave, don't use this letter as a cheap excuse to bring out Larry Bud Melman. Just warning you, Scott Leslie, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Well, they're talking about our old friend Larry, who's been with us for years, since the very beginning. No, we wouldn't use this as a cheap device to bring him out. But what I do want you to do, ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to rock and roll legend Elton John. Elton!
Seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind. never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. Well, we learned to know you better, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. So long, suckers!
Elton John, ladies and gentlemen. It gives you that special feeling for the miracle of life, doesn't it? We need to pause here. When we come back, Kevin Kline will join us. We have a wonderful program tonight.